Good morning, guys, and happy Saturday. Our latest will be about Dr. Phopy Ramathuba following her video that was trending last week. Let's follow up on that. Dr. Phopy Ramathuba was trending a few days ago. This was after a clip of her reprimanding healthcare employees who were lazing around at work emerged. In the next slide, please listen to what she said when she responded to the backlash she received last week. Please remember to also leave your comments down below and let us know of your take regarding this. And that's all we have for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you again in the next update. Bye.
So hey, ditshaka dinaso if o palwa ke ba ya go education ya go public works ya go kae if there's an allegation and a rumor about you will have me to deal with. I cannot allow Twitter spirit. I will have to deal with you because honestly speaking, the manner in which gender-based violence, and there are many cases that are not being reported. We're dealing with one case here now where the parents demanded 15,000 and all that for a doctor because there's a baby which is born. A baby is born by a 15-year-old and the father is a doctor. That your career is doomed. Your career is finished. If it happens here, you are gone. That's statutory rape. Placard or life sentence. So that's why here are your mates. Focus on your mates. We need that integrity. We need to put, people might think because I'm using a doctor's, I'm not talking about the physio. Even you as a physio, even you as a pharmacist, here are your mates. How about Palma? Department. How many departments? 10 plus Premier's office plus legislature. There are many. Women are many. We have not started to go to APSA, staff Molo, Nedbank. There are many beautiful ladies out there. Because when you go destroying the future of the girl child, you think I will leave you. Oh no, I can't. So let's serve our public in an unbiased and impartial manner. Let's try to be polite and we should not discriminate and we should not abuse our position and make them feel. Let's respect and protect every patient's dignity, and let's make sure that we communicate. Healthcare workers, we have a problem of failure to communicate. We see, by just communication. I don't think the story that is circulating of urine that has been spilled over our nurses who were having lunch, I don't think that patient might have done that. By just going to say to them, we are having a serious problem today. We're very few, and we will try our level best to see all of you. Our challenges are 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Doctors, when you get to OPD and you find that it's full, and some of you are busy with scissors, some of you are busy with 1, 2, 3, 4, just stand up and say to them, can we be allowed to find a way on how to talk to your patients? Please speak to them, let them know what is going on. You can't wait for me to leave head office to come and find that mess. Because now my priority is the patient. After I told you my mistakes cannot be corrected. So I'm worried about this clue. What if this pregnant woman who has been here for 7 hours and is not attended? What if something happens to her? What am I going to do to explain to the public that I owe explanation? When I come in, I'm no longer nice to you. So that's why you will see the other part of me, which is not sweet. Whereas I'm generally a very nice and sweet woman. But when it comes to the patient, I cannot. I am telling you, I cannot. Because I'm also having family members that I've lost because people were sitting absolutely. You understand my position. Being an MEC and go to a funeral at home and sitting there and my mother is looking at me like this. Oh, by the way, this brother of mine would probably still be alive if people who were hired by her. And you can hear even my aunt as they speak at the funeral, one after another. Plus when I'm sitting there, they will be talking about how useless and how rotten our hospitals and clinics are. Just for me to feel that pain. So you see, I'm not staying in the sky. And I can go with the people. So that's why I'm saying communicate and learn to communicate well. If we don't do that, you know, this unfortunate dehumanizing incident that happened, I feel for those nurses. I felt that pain for them. I felt for it. If we don't do our own introspection and correct, patients gonna take the law into their hands. And when patient takes the law into their hands, those who are today protecting you against the MEC will not be there to protect you against the masses. I was alone with my staff at Khujwane Clinic, Dr. Mui, protecting the nurses because the community say, Arsabanyak. Those who are protecting you today or feeling they can protect you today, they won't be there when the masses uproar against you. Today they are saying it because it's the MEC. And I'm saying it because I don't want masses to lose confidence on our system. To say, no, we do care. We can correct these things amongst ourselves. When the very same political party went to Beggarsford Clinic, Dr. D, you remember Beggarsford Clinic? We had to call police when they were frog marching and uplifting, carrying the nurses to say, Makaham, carrying Nokiris and everything. Because if we don't do something, the community is going to rise on its own and no one will be able to protect you. So let's do it ourselves and correct these things, because issues of health are personal. I'm sure some of you here, if you can share with me stories how your loved ones had done, how they were ill-treated, how they were. All of us have got stories to share. Yes, you are going to tell me that, MEC, there's a shortage of staff. There's a serious shortage of staff, and I agree. That is why this year, the past 3 years when we were fighting COVID, we couldn't even appoint any permanent staff. We were appointing COVID-19 contract because all the money we were told must go and fight COVID. We have done that work. And with this team that I have, I've been saying Limpopo, we're spending 76% budget on compensation and only 24% on goods and service. And whereas even with that 74%, when you look at the people there, it's not you guys who are here. You're not having a pharmacist, a dentist, a medical officer, a physio, a psychologist. But believe me, that work which people didn't see, we had done it, and we have been able to successfully do so. I'm sure you can agree with me that, when was it, in October, we had the first batch after a long time of 182 medical officers appointed permanently. On the 1st of January, on the 31st, none of these people were on leave. All of us were here. We were doing interviews and get Treasury to approve. 224 medical officer grade 1 were appointed. Permanent. Not only that, we also have got 5 clinical psychologists permanent. The point here is that they are not there in the market. So we had only 5 in terms of the adverts that we issued. We also had 24 radiographers appointed permanent. We had 11 physiotherapists. And I think we had 15 occupational therapists and 9 speech and audiologists. So I can tell you, by the 2nd of January, we had 288 healthcare professionals employed permanent in the department. That's, media won't tell you that, but it's my job to tell you. Now, we are saying today, we were supposed to welcome 1,122 of you. We are only welcoming 408. Because out of the 1,122, we have got 550, which include community service pharmacists, 176 community service nurses, and community service medical officers. So we are hoping to have a session to welcome them. Not only that, another 126 professional nurses community service will be welcome in August. We have not ended there. As we speak, go to head office. We are conducting interviews of 365 professional nurses permanent, of which 360 are going to Phoenix. We were able to achieve this because there were tough decisions that we have taken. You remember when the young nurses in there carry a coffin and put it in my office, and and say, Premier, just give me space. They don't know what they are doing, forgive them. They will see the results very soon. Here we have the results.